are not getting it because it's called the beer aisle.
Yeah, it was missing the target. But
Exactly.
But
it's true.
but I get what you're
Literally.
saying. I get what you're saying because that's
he
real.
missed the target.
Sometimes,
It's
bro,
true.
hey, sometimes you had the right idea but the wrong execution.
Yeah.
So you had the
Wrong.
right idea. You wanted the podcast, but it just the name didn't go with the content you was doing, and then the
Exactly.
content didn't go with the name you had. But you were able to change it to where you're at
Gotta
now.
adapt.
And that's that
Hey,
growth,
Tyler,
bro. That's
Tyler
the,
said
and
cat
that's
fight. What the fuck happened?
yeah. There was a cat fight, bro. That shit was wild.
Yeah.
Uh-oh,
It
there
was,
was a cat.
it was
real
Nelly
out
and the
here.
cat. You man?
There was a cat fight going on. And you know what? Here, and here's something.
Nelly survived though.
And here's something.
Yeah.
Here's something interesting that I want to bring up to everybody listening and in the room today. What do you think makes you a good human being? And what do you think makes you a valuable human being? And I'm going to answer it right away, and then you can compare it to your answer.
All right.
What makes you a decent human, or what makes you a valuable human being on this planet, is your ability to survive. Because that is self-preservation. That will keep you alive. If you eliminate emotions from the answer.
Wait, you said a valuable human being?
Yeah, because you're gonna last.
okay.
You're gonna stay. You're
Okay.
gonna live
Yeah,
longer.
right.
You're gonna preserve.
To
you know,
survive, yeah,
it's
that's
literally
true.
it's just to survive. And this is just literally a biological, like biology answer. This is not no emotions involved.
Right.
Being a good person is so much more than that. But your ability to survive is what makes you
Valuable.
an alpha male or not,
Right.
right? Or alpha female as well.
Because you could bring something to the table.
Bro,
An alpha or not? Yeah.
Look,
Forget
bro,
the gender.
You're either going to be the type of person that needs somebody else, or you're going to be the type of person that
don't need
need somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
It's true though.
You trying to pause for a little bit.
Yeah. So
But it's
pretty
true,
much,
it's
if
true.
you could survive, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
From what you were saying, if you could survive, that means that you don't need, you know what I'm saying? That you don't really need
You're
somebody else.
valuable,
Because if you need somebody else to survive, then you can't really survive. You just.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you
You're-
provide no value to that other person.
Right,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that, the other
It's
person
supposed to be a crisscross.
right? Like the other person is the value there,
Yeah,
or whatever.
it's,
But
it's not like gimme. It's
yeah,
like
so-
let's trade.
yeah, I agree. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with you.
I forgot. You know what? To be perfectly honest, I went on this example tirade, and I forgot where my point on this whole thing. But to be honest, your ability to survive is important, and in order to, I'll just bring it around. In order to survive, you need to innovate, and to innovate, you have to be different. And marketing, going back to what we were talking about earlier with Facebook and Instagram and everything, you need to be different in order to adapt. Like you can't be the same as everybody else. Like for example,
Yeah,
if Wendy's is doing a commercial with a burger, and then they show like somebody smiling, you cannot do the same exact thing.
Yeah.
To be like,
Marketing
oh, you know
is
what? We're gonna
everything.
take the Wendy's idea and we're gonna evolve. Just like when you tell your people, oh, you sound like Drake with a mix of such and such.
Yeah,
like
you can't just do what you can't fucking
Imitate
plagiarize. You know what I'm saying? Like,
individuality is one of the
yeah,
coolest
bro.
traits of being a human, dude.
You gotta stick out, dog. You gotta be yourself. Because if you try to chase the wave, you'll never be the wave.
Of course, you gotta be the
You know what I'm
wave.
saying?
You
If you
gotta be
chase
the
the
wave.
wave, it's gonna crash by the time you get there. You gotta be
Don't
the wave,
chase
bro.
it.
And it takes more than confidence. Like I said, what you were doing with the events, that's important, bro. Because being able to see human beings and be like, listen, guys, like this is our brand. Like we are literally here. You could hear about us all you want. You could see an advertisement. You could think we're fake, but we're like right in front of you.
Straight up.
Like people,
If you had any doubt, it's squashed.
Yeah.
because
It's here.
we're
That's what I'm saying. It's
Yeah.
we're
right
right in
here.
front of you.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and that's a huge thing. And to be honest, that's where I've, even in this podcast, I've lacked because I don't reach out and do videos with people in different places. And I've been trying to break that lately and do some, different types of videos, and reach out, and do some different things. What you were saying earlier, oh, that's why we got to this topic. Earlier, what you were saying, how did I get the name?
Yeah.
The beer show, I did the beer show. I realized that was not what I wanted to do. I also, at the time, my social life died. For some reason, my social life died. I was in a relationship that was a very jealous relationship. I got out of that, and that kills your social life because that person gets very possessive, and you start telling
they
your
don't want
friends.
you to do certain things and all of that, so you have to chill out with all of that.
Right, and then
but
you tell your
that's not
friends.
what you want to do. You want a person that's gonna accept that's your business.
And I'm not
You
that kind of guy.
understand me? Yeah, but at the end of the day, that's your business. A person that gets mad of how you make your money, how you gonna get mad about that?
True.
Like that's how you make your money. You're not out here.
We're not doing
deceiving
anything
her
crazy,
or
right?
doing nothing. You just out here
We're not robbing
podcasting
people.
your shit. Yeah, you feel me? So why if that's you know what that is, bro? That's a toxic relationship, my nigga. Like G shit. That's a relationship that won't end well. Why? Because you're not trying to hurt nobody or whatever, but that's the way she's thinking. So it's like damn, you for that person, if you really like that person, you gonna stop doing that shit or whatever. You feel me? But somebody that stops you from doing that, bro, that's not the person you want to be
Facts,
with.
Bro. Facts.
You shit, cause bro, he does his shit, but she don't stop him from doing what he wants to do and shit.
And sorry, like, Nelly, who's off camera, you're a huge support, and I see that, so I'm just gonna bring that up.
Yeah, but I'm just putting some shit out there. You feel me? Because
hold up.
Cause.
So back to what you were saying, right? So you went from shut up, let's talk. You would have the beer aisle. You know what I'm saying?
My bad.
For your name. My
bad.
I got off topic.
Be running off topic.
No, my bad.
I just ran off.
But I follow you though. That's my problem. I follow you. I'm like, all right, let's go.
I just fell off topic because he said.
No, I feel
you. Feel me?
But you were saying something real though. Somebody who limits you is not the person you want in your life.
100%.
You feel me?
You want somebody who's gonna pick you up and push you into the fucking sun and be like, be as bright as you want.
Yeah, just like that.
Yeah.
Yo, she helps him with everything, fool. Too.
Yeah.
Like,
bro, I think it's at the end of the day, it's all about respect, dog. You know what I'm saying? I was just talking about this the other day. You know, when we was little, there was a simple phrase. It was like, treat others the way you want to be treated.
Yeah.
It's super fucking simple.
Major key.
Super simple. You feel me? But it's like, if you're with somebody who's, let's say, toxic, jealous, possessive, whatever. They're being that way with you, but they don't want you to treat them that way. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they're treating you the way they don't want to be treated. So that's already not making sense. So yeah, just as far as all that shit goes, it's like, bro, you gotta get with somebody who's treating you the way you're treating them. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, man.
Yeah.
Sometimes we act with people act with others the same way that they feel about themselves.
The lovely Claudia.
Right. Right.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah. The lovely Claudia in the live studio audience says, "We will treat others how we want to be." What'd you say?
Yeah,
no. The way that people, what you said, the way that people treat others is a lot of times the way they feel about themselves.
Yes. There you go.
They're obsessive and they're jealous is because behind they know they at a weakness point
they don't have control.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
So possessive people have no control. That's what we're walking away with.
They'll point out the flaws in someone else that they have in themselves.
But they got their flaws too.
You know, whatever flaw they have, they're going to point it out on the other person.
Because they've seen it in themselves already, right?
Yeah,
so they know it already.
I mean, and there's a lot of, in reality, real life, there's a lot of people in toxic relationships, bro. And it's
a shame.
Bro, there's a lot of people, like, it's just,
That's a big no-no for me.
real life, there's toxicity in the world, you know what I'm saying? And I don't got no advice, like you were saying, because advice implies you got the answers. Nobody got the answers, but I just know, you gotta try to maneuver out here, dog, and try to dodge as much toxicity and try not to be toxic as well. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't be mad at somebody for being toxic if you're being toxic yourself. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta be real with yourself.
Your number one fan should always be your wife, my nigga, and that's
true.
His number one fan is his wife, bro. Like, G shit.
I can't disagree with that one bit.
Like,
it's true.
She do everything for him that he don't want to do. You feel me? But like that's for the company and shit. You feel me? That she believes in him.
Man, that's what a team is, bro.
It's teamwork.
Teamwork make the dream work.
But your wife should always be.
Yeah, because I'm sure she sees when you're tired and she'll be like, all right, let me.
Yeah, nah, but like, bro, there's, you know what I'm saying?
How was the video yesterday about Ali yesterday? How was the video when he said, "Oh, Mash ain't never sleep," and Ali was like,
"Oh yeah." No, but like when it comes to, for example, social media, right? I'm not really the biggest. I don't really take pictures of stuff, right? But she does. You know what I'm saying? So
you brought up a topic, so keep going with that.
Right. So as far as like covering grounds and stuff like that, when you have a team, the whole point of a team is so that like we have an idea, right? Like we got a ball, we're pushing the ball up a hill, right? If one person gets tired and stops pushing the ball, the other person still keeps pushing the ball. So that's the whole thing with teamwork, right? So if I don't really be taking pictures, but she's taking the pictures, even though I'm not pushing the ball at that point, she's
doing it.
She's getting it. You know what I'm saying? So that ball's still getting pushed in that part. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that makes sense, but it makes sense to me.
Makes complete sense.
It do make sense. It's behind the scenes.
But yeah,
that's
so it's real important, bro. When it comes
to
me, bro, when it comes to entrepreneurship, sometimes, dog, I gotta say, it's not really about what you can do, but it's like sometimes
it's how
you just have to find somebody that can do it the right way. and make it work for you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Definitely.
maybe you're not that good at social media, but you can find somebody who is good at social media, and you can still evolve your brand and get it to where you want it to be. Maybe you're not a journalist, but you can work with a journalist to get a blog going for you or something like that, and add another dynamic to your brand. Or maybe you're not the best artist, but you could hire a. And these are all pretty much in reference to like clothing brands, but I'm just saying that
like people do see.
You can't be discouraged, bro. You can't be discouraged. Just because you're not good at something doesn't mean that you can't achieve it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, think about something we know, like a record company, right? A record company, a record company.
Bro, the owner of a record company can't sing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
The owner of a record company
Exactly.
can't sing, but they made mad money off of singers.
Yeah.
And they
You know what
have
I'm saying?
singers,
Like-
they have people that do marketing, they have people that make logos.
Yeah, bro.
Studio time,
They
everything. all of that.
Studio time, engineers.
All of that.
Bro,
There's a whole list of jobs. It's
Yo,
like
look
a
at
credits, like at the end of the movie.
look at
You
any
do
job.
everything in
There's
the
different
studio.
departments. You got the HR, the IT department, the marketing, the sales, the
CEO,
buyers.
You got this.
There's always different departments, bro. And
Exactly.
when you have your own brand, it's kind of like you have to split your brand into different departments. You got to understand, yeah, you started with an idea, but that idea is gonna evolve into different, like, it's a multiple faceted, like idea.
Project. It's a project,
Yeah, it's
bro.
a project,
Yeah.
bro. Like it's like a living thing. It's like its own.
It's a
thing,
baby,
bro.
dude.
Yes, bro.
It's a baby.
It's like
You gotta teach it how to walk,
Yeah, bro.
run, do its own
Like,
taxes.
I got like a
Everything.
toddler right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But to be honest, you know what? It's true, man. Are we online?
We
should
in the
be.
comments. I see some comments there.
Let's see. Let's double check. Make
What's
sure
up
we're
with
good
these
to go.
comments? Yeah,
All right, we're good to
let's
go.
see us.
All right, we should be good to go.
What's up with these comments though?
Yeah, you know what?
people
Sorry,
saying?
guys. The comments have been coming in. We have just been skipping everything. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, man, we on the topic, you know.
boom,
I know,
so-
right?
Hey, boom.
Oh,
Hey, but
man.
we gotta be like, shut up, let's talk.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, sweet. Oh, that's weird. I don't know why it's showing that. Jasoma in the chat says the algorithm is based on context, and what you're posting. However, visibility varies depending on your relevance towards the community you're targeting. So what he's saying there is,
Knowing how to target the community is important.
well, yeah, exactly. What he's saying is when you pay to advertise, right? Let's say you pay $5 on Instagram to advertise a T-shirt, right? And the T-shirt says like the Hustle 2020, right? That shirt
Yeah,
specifically.
2020.
Let's say that shirt specifically, they look for like you're gonna advertise it, you're gonna put $10 into that post, and then you're gonna put it out to. You have to choose a demographic.
Yeah.
You got to choose ages. That when you advertise on Facebook, Instagram, it makes
Location.
you choose. It makes
Yes,
it makes you
it
choose
does.
location, ages, and interests.
I think male or female too.
Male or female, you got to think about ages, 18 to 65 or
Right,
whatever
right.
you want. Whatever you could any number you want, and you also
Damn,
change the
Granny,
interest.
Granny gonna
Like
be on
a-
the shit. 65, damn, Granny. heard you
Some of
shout
the
out to Granny.
demographics for this podcast are actually 40, 45 and above. Kind of strange.
Yeah, bro.
Well,
The
that's
older
not
folk
Granny.
trying to get peep some game on this on Shut Up Let's Talk. But yeah, so when you choose demographics, that's what he's talking about, is the fact that you have to target it to a certain. Let's say you're doing the Hustle 2020, you're probably going to target that to people 30 and below.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I don't really see like
30 and up wearing that, right?
50-year-old wearing it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Bro, I
Hey,
feel
but,
like Hustle
but
2020
I don't want to
is
cut
just
them
like-
off neither, because they might be wearing it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
They might be, but
Hey,
here's the problem. So,
But
no, go ahead, go
I
ahead.
feel like Hustle 2020 though is like that
That's
year,
universal.
That year when and like, cause Hustle 2020,
Look,
bro,
bro.
it came out like so back then. But like, you know, it's about to be 2020, so
No,
it's
look,
like,
I
damn, we
went to
bring that
that-
shit out, and everybody gonna start fucking
That
with
design,
It's true.
That
You feel
design,
me?
it was actually
Like-
Hustle 2016.
Oh!
You know what I'm saying? So
2016.
the scene,
Obama.
the scene
Yeah.
is, you know what I'm saying?
No,
Trump.
that's the
Obama.
Trump and Hillary.
Bro, yo,
Sorry. Obama was
Yeah.
like 08.
So it dropped.
Oh, wait.
It dropped. It was either Trump or
At least I knew the year, guys.
Yeah,
I'm not
right.
I'm not that stupid. I'm stupid, but not as stupid as stupid gets.
So yeah, bro.
Nah, you good, you good.
fucking Trump, Hillary, 2016, and I'm like, bro, whether it's Trump or Hillary, you still gonna have to hustle. You know what I'm saying? Like,
The government's still lying. to you.
yeah, like,
Sorry,
all right.
sorry.
All right, you want this person to win. If they win, your life is automatically going to be way fucking better. Like, no, bro, you're gonna have to wake up and still do the same shit you was doing before. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, you still pump it in the play.
Yeah, bro. So to me, it's like you're still gonna have to hustle. You're still gonna have to hustle. So it was hustle 2016, but I say, you know what? 2016 is about to be over, so let me change it to hustle 2020.
Yeah, let's get back into that PDF file real quick.
Yeah, let's change it to 2020. So now
PSD, I mean.
But now 2020 is about to be here, so I'm about to bring that design back out.
Yeah, and I love it. And the whole point of that was the fact that you have to stay relevant. You have to stay, it's a part of the community, man, because you're targeting a certain demographic and you're targeting a certain age when you do that post.
And I feel like where I'm at in my life, people my generation, whatever it is, we started getting into politics around now. You know what I'm saying? If I would have 10 years ago, we was all in high school, maybe I wouldn't make a design like that because we wasn't really on that political, like we weren't, not that we weren't aware, but
it's a woke vibe.
It's more of a woke vibe, exactly. So I feel like we've been, for the past 10 years, bro, the internet's crazy, you know what I'm saying? Like, we grew up literally with the internet. So with the internet, it's nothing but info. We just get info spewed at us like nonstop.
Every
like,
day,
we don't
every
even know, bro.
minute.
Like, we wake up, check our phone, it's like info. So we just got all this shit in our head now, and it got to the point that now we're into politics and stuff. So I dropped that because
I had to take a piss.
Go for it, brother. Go. The bathroom is down that way.
Nowadays it's like they call that woke.
Yeah, woke is
being aware.
No. I do it. I do it all the time myself. So I'm the worst one to do it. So.
Shit. What other questions do we got?
Sorry, what happened, love?
I have a question about the shirt.
The lovely Claudia has a question about the shirts.
Why does it?
Why does it? I was just copying exactly what she said. Sorry, it was verbatim.
Okay. Why do you guys cover the humble?
I love my girlfriend. Don't.
Because
don't
all right, so the idea behind covering the humble on the back of the shirt is because must always stay humble, but then
you gotta know when to go hard.
Sometimes you get tired of being humble. If you be humble your whole life, you might not get to where you're supposed to be at. Because in life, sometimes you gotta. How do I say it? You know what I'm saying?
If you gotta put your elbows out a little bit.
But don't you have to remain humble for
my bad, brother.
to be worth it?
Mine. Oh shit.
It is, but at the end of the day, what do you get from being humble?
No, look. Don't get me wrong. I still believe in must always being humble. Must always stay humble. I definitely agree with that.
It's just an adrenaline push.
I'm big on the humble, but it's just like when you're, let's say you're in the gym, right? Let's say you're in the gym.
You don't want to be humble at the gym?
Let's say you're in the gym. You're cranking out. You're like on 35. And you could be like, yo, I put in 35. I was supposed to do 25, but I did 35. I could just stop.
Give me the 50s.
You could say, you know, this is good enough. I can stop. I'm humble. Or you could say, you know what? Fuck that. I'm going to hustle. You could crank it out to 50. So that's pretty much the concept behind the design.
You know what? I completely agree with you. You know why? I will compare it to something. So Family Matters. If anybody grew up with Family Matters, Carl Winslow's son. I forgot his name. Sorry. I was watching an interview with him recently, the actor, and the interviewer was telling him, he's like, so how do you feel about being an actor? He's like, listen, I'm not an actor. I'm a performer. He's like, oh, okay. So you're so entertainer. He's like, no, I'm not an entertainer. He's like, I'm not here to entertain you anymore. He's like, I entertained you when I was a kid. Now I'm a man. And I'm here to perform. I perform. If you put me on a basketball field, I'm gonna perform. If you put a guitar in my hand, I'm gonna perform. If you put cameras in front of me, I'm gonna perform. At some point, you change your mentality. It's a mentality change, like you want to be better, because it may sound pretentious to a lot of people, but instead of
it's that
like
mode, bro.
Humble,
it's a beast mode, dog.
Yeah, like
it's
staying humble.
Mode.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Staying humble is beautiful. You want to be an actor because you're acting, but guess what? You also want to perform because you want to make sure that you're finding an emotional interaction with your audience. You want to emotionally interact, so you're performing. You're not just acting.
Look.
Just like you're not just staying humble. You're also you're here to take what's up, and then you're here to take the fucking land, and then provide prosperity to the land.
For example, Will Smith, right? He's an actor.
Yes.
I would say he's pretty humble, right?
Absolutely.
I would say, Will Smith is pretty humble when he makes videos with people. His interactions with people are very, what I'm saying, like super nice. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't speak
his feet are on the floor. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. He's not out here like bragging like on no bullshit. Like he's a humble guy, but he's been putting in work, bro. He's been putting in super fucking work. Like, he's never not been putting in work, bro. Like
It's
since
true.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, he had a Grammy while he was on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Then fucking movies. Now he's like the highest paid actor. I don't know if it's a fact or whatever, but I know he's up there.
Too.
He's definitely one of them.
So listen,
he rap too. I know that.
But listen, he's humble. He never forgot to be humble, but he did have to hustle, and I think they're both important, bro. Being humble and hustling for sure.
You have to be competitively friendly, guys.
Hey man, he came up from California, so back then you had to do a lot to come up from California.
Hey, life is survival of the fittest, man. At the end of the day, remove emotion from every equation. It's survival, like we were saying earlier.
Your ability to survive.
Ability to survive. So if you could survive, then you can hustle.
You're the provider.
If you can hustle, you can survive.
That's what a provider is. Somebody who can take.
Somebody who
in order to provide, you have to take. Sorry.
Yeah.
I think that's
the job description.
I think the being humble comes in with I think being humble kind of comes in when how do you interact with people who can't provide? You know what I'm saying?
Provide them with the inspiration. Provide them with the inspiration to achieve.
If you're a provider and you interact with somebody who's not a provider, are you gonna treat them like shit because they're not on your level?
Hell no.
Then you're not being humble if at that point. You know what I'm saying?
Unless you want to be.
That means you got to hustle, but you're not humble. But if you could hustle and make sure you got your own taken care of and you got your bases covered and you got your shit straight, but you can interact with the waiter. You can interact with a homeless person. You can interact with a random person that you held the door for at Macy's. And you could interact with people on a nice
Steve
level.
Jobs if he was alive.
You know what I'm saying? Then that's being humble. That's being humble. You know what I'm saying? So it's two things. They're both important. In my mind, I think that the necessity is being able to hustle.
And a synonym.
It's a luxury to be humble, but it's a necessity to hustle.
I completely agree. And you know what? A synonym to humble is thankful.
The what?
A synonym to humble is thankful. You got to be thankful.
Yeah, 100%.
Part of being humble is being thankful for what you got.
Sometimes, man, I with my daughter, right? Sometimes my daughter will complain about something, and I'll tell her she'll complain about something, and I'll say, "Did you thank God today? Thank God right now thank God for another day, because you know what." Anytime, if you got the air in your lungs,
you wake up.
If you have the air in your lungs to complain about something, then you have the air in your lungs to be thankful for what you do got. You know what I'm saying?
Truth.
And that's another aspect of being humble, bro. Because you could have the world, dog, but if you don't look at
if the world is not enough, it ain't gonna be enough,
bro. If you don't smell the roses you've been growing, you grow some raw ass roses and you ain't never smelled them shits.
Hey, you gotta look at it in every different perspective. You feel me? You can't just look at it one perspective, cause you just close minded if you do that. You feel me?
Perspective is a two-way street, bro.
You gotta open up your mind, just like with your kids or whatever. You feel me? Yeah, you know you've been through that shit or whatever, but you know you gotta open up your mind, because at the end of the day, your kids are gonna do stuff that you don't want them to do. You feel me? And you're gonna correct
and they're gonna learn it from you too.
You're gonna correct it, but they've seen it. That's why they do it. You understand me?
Yeah.
But you're gonna correct it. But
what other comments we got on it?
For you to handle your kids the way they handle their kids, bro. Like, yo, it's something way different, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
it's hard, man. It's hard.
It's
Nobody's
really
got
hard.
the answers, but we all got suggestions.
Yeah.
And that's the vibe, man. It's like you gotta, to be honest, like, you know, life is such a complicated thing. Like I said, I would never claim to have the answers, but I would always claim to have ideas, and we could all just exchange those ideas and try to figure it all out together. And that's the fun part about branding. That's the fun part about community. What you guys are doing with Mash Company, you know, with trying to do music, and we're trying to do clothing, and we're trying to do different aspects of just finding a lifestyle. A lot of people are lost, man. A lot of people are trying to find a place to belong.
Hey, man,
and
we were
yeah,
lost,
bro. You know what?
Lost back then
I think Mash is what you say, a place to belong. I think Mash is pretty much the perfect example of that, because if you look around at everybody that's been in Mash, is somebody from a different lifestyle. Like, yeah, bro. Like, just we're all different, bro. Like, we're all from different cultures. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have people from literally every part of the world. Like,
and
I'm not saying that
ended up on the phone. We all ended up on the phone.
Right. Not that there's 20,000 of us, but everybody that's in there is from somebody. You know, we're from different places. It's not like
it's a melting pot.
It's a melting pot, bro. It's a melting pot.
You got Dominican. You got nigga. You got Irish. You got Puerto Rican. You got you got people from Nika, bro. Like you got people from, bro. Like they ancestors and stuff are like European,
bro. But the
shit,
lifestyle, but we all connect on the lifestyle vibe. You know what I'm saying? And
connected as a team.
Hey man, life we only here for a short time, dog. So the lifestyle is really is the only
Gotta
style.
make it fun, dude.
Your lifestyle's the only style, bro. You can't be all work, no play. You can't be all play, no work.
Hey, why you want to live your life all always mad and shit? Bro?
Yeah, if it's not fun,
bro.
what's the point, dude?
Straight
What's
up,
the
and
point?
you were talking about that earlier,
on,
bro.
man.
When
Let live it
you were
happy.
talking
We
about the
only live it once.
responsibilities,
We only live it once.
you're
bro.
talking about the responsibilities, and you're like, you know, if you kind of got to have fun with it. I know you said something like that earlier,
definitely,
and that's true, bro. Because if you get to the point that you're not having fun with it no more, it's only stressing you out. I mean, then kind of what's the point? You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, and
you gotta love what you do, bro.
Hey,
Even if you got a 9
shout
to
out to everybody
5.
in the chat. I'm sorry, guys. We've been
shout out
having such
to
a good
myself,
convo.
Yeah,
I can't
I'm
interrupt.
trying to get back to the chat.
It's a but yeah. Anyway,
shout out to
cat
myself
deadly,
though,
yeah.
nigga.
The chat is
I
deadly.
gave Charlie a haircut in like 30 minutes before coming over here.
anyway,
Somebody said, do you do another collaboration with another t-shirt company?
another collaboration with another t-shirt company.
I'm open
Absolutely.
for collabs, bro, for sure, bro. I'm with everything, dog. I'm a hustler, dog. Like let's
do
talk.
it, Marley. That's it. You
What's
know,
up?
we just gotta sit down and talk business, and then you know everything come together. You know, that's
Absolutely. Jasoma says, I think the shirt that there is a time and I think wait, sorry. The shirt means that there's a time and place to act and react. And there's a time to be humble, but you must know when it's your time to hustle. And that's exactly that's what we were talking about earlier.
Yeah,
It's,
bro.
it's,
That's
it's
real.
hustle 2020. We're talking
man.
about. And I completely
you gotta
agree.
hustle before you make your.
Lewis says he's drunk as fuck, and then Crystal says they chilling. Yes, yes to both.
It's
a little bit of both.
Shout out to all of them. Thank you,
You cannot
for being
confuse
on the chat.
hustling with arrogance.
Yeah. You know,
Yes, absolutely.
you gotta
yeah.
hustle before you do anything else
Exactly. You
with your
can't confuse
business.
hustling with arrogance. Exactly. You could do both, bro. You could hustle and be humble.
They could be easily
they're not
mistaken.
bro, there's
Hey, but
like
why
a lot
you
of
gonna
things
hustle
in
for
life,
a
bro.
month? Why you gonna hustle for
Hold
a
up.
month and make like $200?
Hold up, bro. There's a lot
Like-
of things in life that they seem like opposing ideas, but they're
Yeah.
not. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
a lot of times that like there just be, especially in politics, but there's be a lot of things that it's like, I'm saying this, I'm saying that, rah. But really,
Believe me, trust me.
But really, they could both be true. Like one person could be saying, you gotta hustle, you gotta be humble.
And both
The
are true.
truth is, you could do both. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't confuse.
Yeah,
Yo,
it's true.
But
It's
you,
true.
can't,
You
don't
gotta-
confuse
you gotta
hustling
hustle more, though.
for arrogance. No, of course not. You could be humble and hustle, and that's
That's
that's.
true.
And
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just think that, bro.
But to be humble, you gotta hustle more though.
Earlier, you were talking about the
gotta hustle
history of the brands, everything like that. I feel like every brand that has a raw ass history has their beliefs in the brand, like their ethics, their codes. And I just think that the codes with Mash is, we all about putting in the grind because you have to survive. You have to be a survivor. You have to provide. You gotta survive with the fish, 100%.
You definitely gotta be a survivor.
But being humble is like almost equally as important, dog.
That's the emotional aspect of it.
Exactly. Like the logical aspect is you gotta grind, but the emotional aspect is like you can't be
No.
treating people like shit.
Not
You
even.
can't.
I agree.
Don't
I
treat
agree.
people like shit, dog. We learned it. It's in fucking elementary and kindergarten.
Oh, I'm sorry, kitty cat.
Sorry,
Yeah.
buddy. Well, you're gonna have to let go too. All right, give me 1 second. Sorry, look.
All right, boom. What
My
other
cat's-
comments we got?
All right, give me 1 quick second. I gotta pee out of my brains.
Yeah,
Go
man.
ahead,
Go ahead,
bro.
go ahead,
So
man.
give me one
I
quick
told
second.
you I had to do that shit too. That's that beer, man. That beer.
Yeah.
That beer be having you like.
I'm gonna let you guys hang out with the
10,
chat
15
real quick. I'm also gonna get my cat's nails
What,
out
man?
of
What talk to
Nelly's.
people? What talk to people from the chat?
Yes,
So,
I'll
let's
be
see.
right back.
Go ahead, go ahead. Who you want to talk to, Marley?
Man, I'm
Hey,
trying
shout
to get
out-
mash.
shout out my-
I want
shout out
mash
my dog
everywhere,
Nelly,
yo.
though.
Take pictures. If you're anywhere outside of South Florida with something mash related, definitely take a picture and send it.
Hey, you remember where Urban Wear was at on fucking 6-7? We gonna make it Mash Urban Wear. You feel me?
remember
Let's
that.
you feel me?
Spilling
You used to get the shoe and
Free
everything. Yeah.
Nah, that's
Let's
another
do
thing I
that
want to
shit.
do too. I think somebody in the chat was talking about different avenues. Another avenue is kind of getting the shirts,
You can
getting the merchandise
girl
into
materials.
you can get the mouse on a scroll. Up and down.
Yeah.
It's right there. It's right there.
I'm trying to get the, but yeah, I want to get the merchandise into stores. I haven't actually had my merchandise in any stores. I
Smoke
actually,
shops,
I smoke. I
everything.
spoke with somebody that owns a smoke shop at one of these events.
Oh, we can put it on Smoke
And there was
I know that nigga.
I gotta follow up with it, but yeah, man, I gotta get my stuff into stores.
I've heard Marley. I've heard, but
We got new stickers dropping soon.
Yeah, new stickers, new merch.
Might come
new
out with
hats.
some magnets, man. The magnets seem kind of like the wave. Put the magnet on the fridge.
Hey, y'all make sure y'all go get them hats when them hats drop though, cause it's only limited. So if you want them colors, it's only limited. You feel me?
Bro, the hats are gonna sell
Like-
out for sure.
Like if you do not get it, you was bad. Like you don't worry about getting it. You know, cause it's limited. The first ones were black, but now we got like 5 different colors.
Nah, the
You
hats.
know? So
We bringing
first
them back
come-
out, bro. Y'all been
Yeah.
asking me about these hats for 3 years, so y'all better sell them out, cause I
Hey,
know
we need
y'all
to bring
want
out. We need to bring out them bucket hat 2020s.
That shot though, like
You heard
it's
them?
been sitting there for like.
Yeah, Charlie baby sipping. You know how you
man.
Love you, my dog, you bought.
do. You know how my dog do for it. You feel me?
Just staring at the shot.
Yeah, just let him be. He's drinking. Hey, I told you them platinums be getting you fucked up.
Sorry, guys.
I told
Hey,
you them platinums be getting
Don't
you
worry.
fucked up.
Why you looking at my shot? It's not your shot. It's my shot.
It's time.
Hey, she's like, nigga, you better take that
You
little
need to
ass shot,
stop
man.
eyeballing.
Sorry, guys. That was literally a
That shit ain't
necessity.
even an ounce shot, bro.
It's
That
all
shit like
good.
a
We've
quarter.
been.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna serve up
Sure.
somebody else with another shot.
That'd be great. Sure. Would you
Hey,
like a
Charlie
shot?
said ain't
Oh no, no.
drinking.
You're allergic, right?
Yes, that's
Yes.
whiskey, right?
It's cognac.
It's
No.
cognac.
It's brandy.
Oh, what the what? Who put this here?
What?
Besides me, there's a beer cap in my cup. Maybe the alcohol.
I definitely
The
don't.
alcohol.
Like a tongue twister right there.
Beer cap in
The
my
BD,
cap. The alcohol did it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna blame the alcohol.
that nigga almost bit his tongue.
Yeah.
What will you not make? Where do you cross a line?
Jeggings, right?
Jeggings?
Leggings, you mean?
Damn. Yeah, nah.
Jeggings, the jean leggings. Those
Yeah.
are like the denim hybrid. There's it's women.
That's the line.
It's
I've never
women
heard of that
technology,
shit.
Hey
brother.
man, that's the line I didn't know that I would not cross.
Hey, my dog about to make some pants though, right? That got some zippers on it. You feel me?
Must always
Like-
stay henny.
Yeah, yo,
Always stay ahead.
Must always sip henny.
yo, my boy.
Whoever wants a beer, guys.
Hey,
What's up, people?
Charlie about to make some fucking pants, right? Cause
Oh.
this nigga said he's too bougie to wear regular pants.
Yo, I'll make anything to
Like-
be real with you, cause I really want to get into technology though. That it like
expand your mindset though.
outside of clothing, like to take on a new whole sector. I want technology. Like I want my own brand of security cameras. I want my own brand
That's
of
lit.
like security locks for your house. Like put in a
Mash
code.
security.
Yeah, mash security. I want my own
Matchlock, nigga.
Bro, I want investment plans, bro. I want to set up financial plans where I'm gonna help you save your money and shit. I think a big thing with our generation, maybe
Like, fix
even
your credit
maybe not
type
even
shit,
our
too.
generation, maybe
Some
just humans. But I know a lot of people are bad at saving money, and I feel like I'm pretty good at that. And I want to evolve my like. I have
Oh, you
I have
good
this
at that.
idea, bro. It's in early stages, but eventually I'm gonna get to the point that I got Mash financials. That's
Mash
financials.
Like
is definitely-
Vlad stocks.
Shout out to that,
Right,
Because
right,
he really
right,
made that
right,
shit
right,
up out
right.
of nowhere.
Similar, but similar.
Yeah,
similar.
man.
But like,
No,
but
we
on
got
a-
a group chat called Mash Financials, bro.
Oh.
Like,
Yeah, bro.
literally.
But it's
like,
important though. It's important.
You
To
know?
be honest, saving money is really hard for a lot of people. Why?
Yeah, but
Because
Charlie
they
make
don't
it
know how.
possible, bro.
Yeah, a lot of people just.
So what's the tip? What's the tip you can
all
give all
right,
of
the
us?
tip I could give is pay yourself before you pay anybody else.
Straight
Look,
up.
bro, you're
Straight up.
save money like it's a bill. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, you're gonna save. All right, you get paid. You're gonna save $200 a check. What some people is gonna do is gonna get the check and they're gonna go pay all their bills. And then when they pay their bills, now they only got $168 left. So now you can't save 200 because you only got 168. But you're hungry and you gotta put gas, and now you're down to 100. So you can't you can't say the 200. Or you could have
gotta
got
save
that
100.
check. You could have got the check and say and paid yourself first. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'm gonna save 100 this week. I'm gonna save 100 on this check. As soon as you get the check, you save it. Boom.
That's
Pay
it.
yourself first,
That's
bro.
what you gotta do.
Pay yourself, because now if you're short on money, you got to be creative and come up with a way to get the rest of the money.
Yeah.
So I think I don't want to give advice, but you know what I'm saying? I think a lot of people have that issue, bro. They don't pay themselves first.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's how I manage like my car and all my bills and shit. Hey, shout out to my sister though too, because you know my sister, she manage all my shit. I don't do all of that.
Important.
But my sister, she make me manage my money better. You understand me? Cause
it's
like
hard,
when I get my check, the first thing I do is pay everything I gotta pay. That's my priorities. You feel me? Then I know what I gotta play with or work with. You feel me? So I could be like, oh, I got 400 left, or I could put 200 to the side, and I got 200 for myself. But I gotta make that 200 expand. You know?
Yeah.
But if I put money down, I'll expand it.
I think,
you feel me?
I think
like,
saving money is super important.
It is important.
Investing money is also super important. You know what I'm saying?
Both.
So
are important.
it's a balance. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know what to invest, what to save, and I just think that there's a lot of people that don't do either. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that do not.
Yeah.
They don't save and they don't invest.
And they claim shit sucks, right?
Right. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like,
and they feel like
bro,
shit down
if you're a survivor, survival of the fittest, dog, you're gonna find a
way,
way, bro.
Yeah. Drinks, you owe me a soda.
Yo, drinks, you owe me a shot.
Yeah. You still got your same shot, but yeah, come on.
Yo, but G,
but it's true though. You find the way.
G fucking shit.
G shit.
That's not a coincidence. You will find a way, because
if you could find a way, dog, you're valuable. That's what it comes down to. What makes a valuable person? If you could find a way.
Well, you know what?
And you know what
man.
I say if there's a will, there's a way, and there's a million ways.
And you know what?
Yep.
With the podcasting world, you know, I'll let you guys in on my side of the fence, I guess. You know, it's like with podcasting, it's very interesting. You have to think about, all right now, who's the most popular podcaster ever? I think about it, and I'm like, all right, probably Joe Rogan.
I was gonna say, all right, cool.
Yeah, no, it's definitely true.
I'm hip.
Hey, bro,
Right?
I've never seen that one episode of Joe Rogan shit.
I'm not gonna lie, he's amazing.
Up there, though, dog.
He's
No,
amazing.
I know he's good. I know he's good.
Something like that.
Yeah,
There's one with Mike
I know
Tyson.
he's good, but
Yeah.
that's not like, it doesn't
But
interest me to watch it.
what podcast
on
do
that
you
shit.
watch? If you don't watch podcasts, then you know what I'm saying.
Nigga,
But in the
a
podcast world,
podcast-
he's up there for sure.
No, he's amazing. He's amazing because,
yeah.
but you know what it is
Yeah.
though? It's not him that's amazing. It's his guests.
His guess.
Because
Yeah.
and that's what. It's not that I'm. To be honest, I've never been inspired by Joe Rogan, only in a way where he gets good guests.
Right.
You know, and that's what inspired me from his show. Because in life, I think we all have to cherry pick. Every person you meet, you find the good things within them and you take it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Every person, you leave the bad, you take the good, and you develop yourself.
Ideally.
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
you
yeah.
become
For sure.
your
ideally for sure.
and you become your version of a good person.
Right.
Yeah.
Whatever that means. And so I in the podcasting world, I gotta do the same thing, right? Because consistency
guest
is
selection.
huge.
Yeah, guest selection, that's a big thing.
So I think about the guests. I think about, you know what, now let me try to book it ahead of time. Let me book it ahead of time, because that, first of all, it makes it important overall. Number two, it makes the person feel important because you're letting them know, listen, I need you on this day.
Yeah.
Mark it.
Official, bro.
Every day matters. And if you don't make it matter, it won't.
Organization, dog.
Yeah.
Organization. Nothing matters until you make it matter.
Literally, dude.
Bro,
Like,
we were
nothing
just talking
matters,
about,
dog. Like you could, it could be your birthday, but if nobody ever made it matter, it wouldn't fucking matter. You know what I'm saying? Like if we didn't even, if we didn't have a calendar, we wouldn't even know when our birthday was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we made it matter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's how it comes.
It's true.
That's how it
Hey,
is,
but
bro.
look, yesterday we were talking about something. You know, remember we were talking about the last time that you were here, and it was like episode 50 something or like 60 something.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, bro.
You
A
remember?
year ago, bro.
And you were like, bro,
October
if you,
1st,
no, but
2018.
you spoke some real shit about his shit yesterday, because you were like, bro, if you
I
tried that
respect you.
shit,
What I was saying yesterday is that I
Yeah.
respect you because
Yeah.
you keep
It
your
was
shit
like,
going, dog. When I seen you
if
the
you tried
first
it
time,
56 times, nigga, it made you
Bro,
want to keep
yeah.
trying it fucking 56 times to make it
he's
work.
not lying, bro. That's
You
why I
feel me?
fuck with Fees, dog.
No, I'm
I'm
telling
telling
you.
you, bro. He be paying attention.
Like, man, we be talking
Yo.
about some real
Appreciate you,
shit, man. We be talking about some real
With,
shit.
Jamie.
Yeah.
Yo.
Chat.
Yeah, yeah.
And he was like, oh, shout out to them.
Yeah, I think that might have been my first introduction to your show was when Jamie was on here, and it was
That's super
actually
cool.
he wasn't even here, but
on
you
the
made
Skype.
it happen though.
We made it happen.
You
damn,
made it
bro.
happen. You know what I'm saying? You made it fucking happen. So boom. What I was telling them, I said, yo, when I booked this show for Sherm last year, it was because, okay, you've done this shit 56 times. I respect, like, you're not just playing. You know what I'm saying? You're not just playing. Like, if you do something 56 times, you've woken up 56 times and hit record 56 times.
Yeah.
This is last year we're talking about. We on 95 right now.
95.
We on 95 right now. But
now,
you know what I'm saying? You do that shit 56 times. That means you give a fuck about it. Nobody's gonna give a fuck
I give a fuck about you.
Hey,
dude.
nobody's
and you too.
nobody.
But your
But
podcast-
listen, but
it
listen.
has
Nobody's
become
gonna give a
successful.
fuck about what you. Nobody's gonna give a fuck about your shit. Unless you give a fuck about your shit. If you don't give a fuck about it, nobody else is gonna do it. You wake up 56 times, hit record, and you do it. You give a fuck. You show that action. You know what I'm saying? So I peeped that back then. I was like,
You
I
show
was
that
like,
mentality that you
I
want
was
to
like,
make
bro,
your shit
keep
work.
going, dog. I want
Thank you, man.
to. I think I even said it. I was like, bro, I want to be episode 100.
Yeah. You said it yesterday.
I was
He's
close,
like,
though. I was
Feast,
close.
man. He's like, Feast. That should have been episode 100.
Super close.
Yeah.
I'll be here
Well,
for 200 though. I'll be here
come-
for 200.
Yeah.
Come out to the Bend on episode 100. We might be doing a live episode with a bunch of people.
Oh, okay.
So
What's that?
episode 100 might be at the
What's
Bend
that?
down the street, and
Hey,
we might be doing
we'll bring some Omash people. You
It's
know?
it's. We might be asking a bunch of questions with a bunch of
Hey.
people. I'm still trying to develop the idea,
Yeah,
but
man. Get
I
everybody's
fucks with
idea.
that
I want to
idea, though, dog.
have as many people as possible. I
Hey,
want it to be
something
out on the
different.
street.
Something
I want it to
different.
be out of the house. Episode 100. It's my birthday.
Bro,
We're
Man,
having a good time no
let's
matter
do like
what.
a bounce
Straight
house
up, bro.
thing or
You should
some shit.
record. You should
Let's
record
get
drunk
let's
people
get the
like.
babies out there on the bounce house
Hey.
and shit. Yeah.
Hey, record drunk people like Mardi Gras. The
man
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what it is. So something like that. It'd be fun.
Like, tell us your wildest fucking times.
But to me, man, honestly, the thing about it, man, continuing, you have to not just believe in. Cheers, man. Cheers to you guys. You have to not just believe in yourself, but you have to believe in the people that are on the show, guys. Like, you have to realize, like, for this show, I'm not the important part. They are. Like, you guys know I'm gonna be here every single episode.
A lot of people say that they come
They're
up
the
by
different part.
themselves. Man, ain't nobody really come up by themselves like that. Okay,
It's impossible.
It takes another person to put your shit out there,
Oh, yeah.
so other people could hear your shit. So people could be like, "Nah, I got it by myself," and all of this. No, man, you didn't get it by yourself. You probably you wrote everything by yourself and all of that. Like music, man. Like people be like, "Oh, I've been rapping for this long or whatever." Yeah, you've been rapping for that long, but the person that put your shit out there and got your shit known, that's the person. Yeah, you should respect way more than that. You feel me? Because he's actually getting you views. The more views you get, the more paid you get.
Yeah,
You understand me? The more fans you get. So it's like if you go to a show, and they say, "Oh, the arena is 15,000 people it holds," right?
right.
Okay, if you get 10,000 people in that shit, you already know that you sold like 80% of that shit. Why? Because you only got 5,000 other people and to sell from that shit. But 10,000 people is gonna make that other 5,000 people come to that.
No, that's true. It's true.
You understand me?
It's about
So
seeing the following.
Yeah,
That's
so
why
it's just
Travis
like,
Scott
you
is
tried
famous
it-
at all.
Bro, this is 95. You tried it 95 times, and from number 1 to 95, you have gotten other views, other
Bro.
people, other new heads like that.
That means 95
that respect
times.
your podcast,
Bro,
you feel
95
me?
times you
They
done
wanna
found
see
a
what
guest,
you're doing.
bro. 95 times you had to go through that battle of like, yo, I need a guest that's, you know what I'm saying?
You know what it is?
Yeah, you
I'm
believe in
not-
yourself though. You believe in yourself though.
You know what's
believe in
funny?
your shit.
I'm not the uber confident type because I'm not. But I'm gonna have fun whether you want me to or not.
Yeah,
Like it's just
straight
gonna
up.
happen. You're gonna have to deal with it any which way you want to deal with it. But I'm gonna be having a great time.
That's why I fucks with this show, bro. I ain't want to do. Look, bro,
man.
I'm not with all this. Like, I don't do.
You don't like
Yeah, just shut up.
I don't
and
like
talk,
cameras,
nigga.
dog. I don't got.
That's my husband we're talking about.
And
Yo,
he really don't.
I had to
nigga.
send you a
He really
picture.
don't.
I had to send you a picture for the flyer. I was like, bro, I don't even have a picture wearing my shit.
I was about to say.
Because
I was gonna bring that up.
I got
I
a
earlier.
don't
picture
take
of you
pictures.
wearing
You know
your
what I'm
shit.
saying? I'm not out
This
here like
man
that.
sent me a picture of a Polaroid.
Yeah, man,
I
that's
sent
in
you-
Colorado. That's in Colorado.
I sent you a
too.
picture of a Polaroid holding another Polaroid.
Another Polaroid.
Inception.
Yo, Nelly was so mad.
Camera
Yo.
was working in this Colorado trip.
Nelly says her Polaroid was not working during the
Nelly
trip.
was so mad, bro.
And I'm telling you that I was so pissed off because I really wanted to take pictures.
She was so pissed off because she wanted to take
Why
pictures.
you take a picture of the other
And
picture?
then my husband goes ahead
And she's-
and
and-
fixes it. And takes a picture of him taking a picture of another Polaroid.
And Charlie takes a picture of a picture.
Hey, real ones make it happen. You know what I'm saying? We make it
We're
happen.
gonna find a way.
We're gonna find a way.
Man.
I was
If
like,
there's not a way, we're gonna make one.
it's
Yo, but I don't understand how he took the picture of the picture, but it came out the same way. As
So
the
you know what?
picture.
Let's talk about
I was
this.
like, yo, that shit is so clean, fool. Like, how you do that?
So let's
Yeah.
let's talk about a topic and then we'll close that because we're just about 2 hours into this episode.
shit,
so we've
yeah.
been going in.
Damn.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna
yeah,
bring
for
up
sure.
one. So I'm gonna bring up one
Fucking
topic.
lady party time.
Yeah.
party time.
I'm gonna bring up a topic because I was talking about it earlier today, and I think it'd be fun to get your guys' perspective on it. So selfies, right? We talked about selfies
I
before,
don't do them, dog.
and I noticed you don't
do
do
not fucking
them
do
because
that
you
shit.
sent me the pictures of the Polaroids.
Right.
So I was gonna say, I'm gonna say my piece, and you guys tell me what you think. What I realized this today. What I do not like about selfies is the fact that, let's say, every person holds their phone, right?
Yeah.
So you're gonna get this. You're gonna get the camera looking at their arm, and it's leading all the way up to your face.
Right.
Now, an element of art is movement. Movement is a piece of art. Any art you look at, you're gonna think about the word movement because
Okay.
every painting, every photograph, every art
It's capturing emotion.
moving.
is capturing movement. It's
Movement.
making sure that your eyes go
Yeah.
from one place to the next in a
Okay.
story. So when I see selfies, I see you holding the camera and I see my eyes going down your arm into your face.
Okay.
The background almost doesn't even matter. And I hate that because it almost feels like, to me, the camera is my eyes.
Uh-huh.
Like your camera is my eyes.
Yeah.
So if you want my eyes to be holding, it's almost like you're holding my fucking face.
Yeah.
And I hate that.
Don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me how to live my life.
So I never appreciated a selfie because it feels like you're just holding my face and making me look at you.
Yeah, I mean,
True.
So tell me about how you guys feel about that. How do you guys in,
I don't
in
like
the
forcing
Mash
shit,
world?
dog.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
like
man.
forcing shit, so I don't take selfies. Like, yo, I'm at fucking Islands of Adventure. Let me take this selfie.
It's just not our thing, fool. You know,
Like,
it's just not
nah,
our
bro.
thing.
I'm just at Islands of Adventure. No selfie. You know what
They're
I'm saying?
fine if you take them. Yeah, I respect people that take them because you want to
Yo,
capture the moment.
Look, bro, when I go on vacation,
Yeah.
if I go on a trip, I don't take not one picture. But when I get on Facebook and I see somebody I was with, they posted
boom,
pictures,
boom.
I'm hitting repost.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm sharing that
Yeah,
thing.
you share that.
I'm gonna
thing.
share that thing. So whatever picture I came out in, that's what it is. But
Hey,
long
you know
story
what- you know-
short,
you
I'm
know
not
what's
a
so
picture
funny?
guy, and that's why.
Yo, you know what's so funny,
Sometimes-
bro? I seen that when they were in New York and shit. Nelly was like posting up she was posting up a story or whatever, right?
Oh, I gotta
And
see
then
that picture.
she's like, she goes and like stands behind Charlie and shit, and Charlie's just looking at the camera like. Like all serious, and I'm like,
Bro.
that's how you know Charlie ain't want to be on camera.
Hey,
And Nelly over
Jadakiss,
here, yeah.
listen, man. Hey, Jadakiss got a quote. Jadakiss.
Alligator voice.
Jadakiss,
Shout out
not
to Jadakiss. He said, "I hide from the camera. Why? Because a picture is worth 1,000 words."
With 1,000
It's
words,
deep,
straight
man.
up,
It's
man.
fucking
Jada.
deep out here.
Yo, you
With
you,
the kiss
hey,
on 'em.
You show everybody your shit, man. Somebody's gonna end up talking shit about your shit. You understand me?
Yeah, that crazy.
Yeah.
I always call Jadakiss an alligator because he sounds like an alligator every time he talks. The names ring bells again. Oh man.
Yeah, that's
Shut up,
hilarious.
let's talk.
That's
Red
hilarious.
Dead Redemption.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Shout out, let's talk.
shout out to Jadakiss because I seen Jadakiss do those pull-ups and those weird ass videos he does.
Man.
Jadakiss has like this.
You know, my cousin's like right hand man is Jim Jones, right?
Bet.
Oh, you know what his cousin is? His
man.
cousin is
My
Harold.
My cousin is
Harold
Harold
Calderon.
Calderon.
The train
Shout
line
out
Bloods.
to Harold Calderon. Fight October 26th. October 26th. You feel me? You could go see him fight.
Scorpio life.
Fight for his WBC belt.
Bet.
And he's
Boxing?
Yes, sir.
He's
He's
undefeated.
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 Bet.
He's 20.
Undefeated.
He's 21-0.
Last boxing match,
He got the belt right now.
Yeah, he got WBC Latino belt right now.
A minute and a half, and it
Hey
was
man,
good night.
he got
Ouch.
16. Look,
Yes, sir.
Look, he got.
I was almost disappointed. I was like, damn, I wanted to watch a fight. He knocked him out.
Yo, a minute and 20 seconds, bro. Like that's it. Like Buddy was done. He knocked him out. You feel me?
minute and 20.
Yo,
That's
my
nap time.
homeboy's mom was like, I still want to get fucked up. What happened to the fight? And I'm like, yo, but I told you my cousin is good. Fool, he just knocked him out.
You're gonna have to. You're gonna have to
Yeah,
enjoy the
reserve.
after party.
Here's a
Right.
rain check.
After party's got your name written all
Yeah.
over it.
Man, but
Anyway.
he fight on October 26th. You know, he's still undefeated. Somebody gonna fight him for his WBC belt. you know. But he gonna take that shit. That ain't nothing. You feel me? But shout out to Jim Jones. Shout out to Joel Santana, nigga. Shout out to Dipset.
Joel,
you feel me?
with the bars.
By the way, y'all follow us
we
on Instagram at Mash Company.
Mash Company.
Instagram
Live right now.
Yeah.
at Mash Company.
Yeah.
Yes, guys.
MASH Company.
You know what? We are at about 2 hours into this podcast. It's been a great time so far. Thank you so much for having you guys. Episode 95.
thank you for having us, man.
Charlie Marley, Lil Feezy,
Lil Feezy.
Feezy. In the house, man. God, good
We out
Lord,
here, man. We out here.
with the top AAA roofing in the house. Anyway, guys, if you guys want to follow Mash Company and Charlie Marley and Feezy at
On Instagram.
where at?
Instagram at Mash Company. On Twitter at Mash Co 47. Yeah, man. Check us out. Website too, mashcompany.net.
Yeah. Dominican nigga 23. That's me. You feel me?
Nigga with a different spelling though.
Yeah.
Dominican nigga 23. N-I-G-K-A.
Doesn't it have like a CK or
It has a
something?
K.
N-I-G-K-A.
With the GK.
Yeah,
Don't forget the K.
You feel me? Not two
Yeah.
G's. But
Not so
Lil
political.
Lil Feezy is that's the
the
what
official
they call
name.
me. Yeah, that's
Had to make a
everything that they call me.
Facebook. Hey, shout out to Eric Gonzalez.
Hey man, Dominican
made a
nigga,
Facebook
man, that
to
shit
watch
was
it.
like,
Wow.
yeah,
Whoa!
for real, shout out that
Dude,
that-
Eric-
dedication.
Eric Gonzalez, please send me DM me your info later. I'm gonna send you something cool.
Word,
So
I
please,
got you with a
lit
pop
though,
socket
that's
for
lit though.
sure.
That nigga got that
Yeah.
eye before he saw that.
Eric Gonzalez, I appreciate you because you were the coolest person in the world today. So
Hey man, but thank you, bro. Thank you for having us over.
DM me your info. I will send you something cool. That man deserves something
He
cool.
does. He
For
does.
sure,
He
man.
does.
Hey, yo, and
Thank you,
that's a big thing with brands, bro. Just to wrap it up, everything. But
Hey, go on.
appreciating
go
your
on.
customer, man. You gotta give
Hey, tell him to put
appreciation,
his
dog.
name on
God, just made my
And-
whole week.
Yo, and that comes down to
Charlie.
being humble, dog. You gotta appreciate your customer,
Yeah.
dog. You gotta appreciate the people that fuck with you. You gotta appreciate the people that are
Put that
down
nigga on the
with what
raffle,
you
bro.
what
Put
you
that
with.
nigga on the raffle so he could get a
Bet.
chance to win.
For sure.
Put that nigga on the raffle.
When
so
he sends
could
me
get a
his
chance
stuff,
to win.
I'll transfer
You
all
know?
over. So yeah. No. Thank you, Eric, for hanging out, bro. Eric says I got the pop socket. Oh, bet.
Yeah, we out here for sure.
Just someone says you out here. Yes, absolutely, man. Thank you
Alrighty.
everybody for hanging out in the chat tonight. Crystal says 95 times the cat tried to get on camera too. That is quite a
We ain't
achievement for real.
we
Shout
ain't
out
noticed the
to
cat.
fucking Crystal, dog. That's my cousin. I love her.
Shout out to Crystal. Crystal always smoking the finest.
What? Yo, you don't even
Yo.
know.
Crystal, I seen
The
you,
finest.
man. I seen you. I seen you
I seen it.
smoking the finest.
Shout out to Ryan, my dog Ryan
Yo,
out there.
my nigga Benz.
You called me earlier fully.
Yeah.
My bad,
Shout
I didn't
out to my
answer,
nigga
dog. I was
Benz.
out here.
All good. Thank you everybody for
Fucking
hanging out
out
tonight. Episode 95 of Shut Up Let's Talk, guys. If you guys want to hang out for episode 100, I mean, it might not be live because I'm trying to do something extra special for that day.
It's
so.
on my dog's birthday though.
Yeah, it is
It's
on my
dog
birthday.
Hey, it's
my
going
dog
up. Just know
birthday.
that. Just
Yeah.
know it's going up.
It's
It's going up,
fucking
man.
down. It's gonna be a movie.
Everybody los perros, no?
We got
Yeah.
So
OPs.
Yeah.
That's
Los
Show up with a bunch of people.
formerly known as OPs.
It's gonna be a day.
We have a tribe.
Formerly known as OP.
I'm down. I'm down. So you know what? or the whichever one you want. Whichever one you want. We'll bring all the indigenous
Choices.
Yeah, you got
Variety.
I'm so sorry for anybody who's been sticking out to this long on the show because it's turned into an official circus. But
Yeah.
thank you.
That's how you know we had a good time, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man, for
This
sure.
is episode 95 of Shut Up Let's Talk. Thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out. The live studio audience with the clap.
Oh my god.
Oh, shake it like a salt shaker. Thank you, everybody, for.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, guys, man. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. Feel free to follow them at mashcompany.net.
.net.
Correct.
Yes, sir.
.net. Feel free to follow them on their personal accounts at, if you guys want.
Don't call me Doughboy. That's DNT. Call me Doughboy.
You can call me Dominican nigga, NIGKA, not 2 G's. You feel me? 23 or whatever. You could go on there, or you just go to Mash Company on it, and that's it.
And you'll see him there.
You just go us and it goes straight to the CEO, and the CEO will help you out.
Synonymous.
Hey, shout out to everybody in this chat, man. Shout out to everybody that's out here watching, man. This is the realest podcast out of South Florida right now. I'm gonna be back here. Episode 200. Episode 200. For sure, I'm be hosting it. That's a fact.
Shit,
that's a fact. Special guest host.
Yeah, Charlie Money got the host.
I'll be the drunk puppet on the show.
There we go.
Anyway, folks. In the meantime, folks, if you guys want to follow me, it's at Alzarchand. If you guys want to follow the show, it's at Shut Up Let's Talk all over the interweb. The web is fear. The globe is what? Whatever it is. Love, peace, chicken grease. Look both ways before you cross the street. We will see you on the flip side, folks. Later.
Deuce.
And we are... Offline.